Today, I'm going to be spending 7 days on a luxurious Norwegian getaway cruise. The cruise starts in New Orleans, Louisiana, and then makes its way up to Cozumel, Mexico, and then Norwegian's private island, and then goes to Honduras, and then goes back to Louisiana. We are right now in our hotel, and we are going to go head to the cruise in like 30 minutes. I just ate some scallops and
the safety of life at sea regulation.
When you first enter the room, you are met with a beautiful couch that actually turns into a bed, and then we have a table over here with a little bit of chocolate. We have a coffee maker over here. This is the king-size bed, and then to the left, we have this amazing window, and then another TV here, and if you enter the bathroom, we have some beautiful sinks. We have a bath that is actually pretty big, and then our shower opens up here, also pretty big and looks pretty nice. We start the cruise by playing a little game of cards. Which I definitely won, by the way. Our whole room is turned into a massive earthquake. You can see the room above us literally shaking. We are now leaving Louisiana and making our way over to Cozumel. Oh, that scared me. We are off to dinner right now. For dinner, I went with the good old chicken and noodles. Very windy out here today, but the weather seems pretty nice, and I honestly could probably just stay in a t-shirt. Yeah, but we're gonna go over and head to breakfast. After breakfast, we headed over to the internet cafe because the Wi-Fi on this cruise was pretty bad, and we saw this cake baking competition. Currently heading to the our lunch place.
Is that the dumpling?
We're back to the room. Just got some ice cream, and we're gonna play some cards now.
Hello to you two. I am Matt American. Helping us out with members of the cruise direct staff. We have Irma, Sol, and Yomiko. Let's get...
We didn't win anything in bingo, so we decided to go down to the arcade and have some fun. I swear, all these games on the cruise had to have been rigged, because normally I make every single basketball shot, and, like, that other machine just went when I wasn't ready. And there was just some money from the casino. This was actually the steak restaurant, so I went for a New York strip and ordered it medium. And this is definitely not the last time you'll see me order a New York strip on this cruise. By the way, that steak there was amazing. For dessert, I ordered the chocolate cake, which was really good, but then I also tried some of someone else's apple pie, which was even better. It is our third day on the cruise, and we have made it to Cozumel, Mexico. We're having breakfast at the Haven, which is a special place that only VIPs can enter. So we go here a lot, and the food was honestly pretty good. I got some yogurt from the bar, and then I ordered some pancakes. We are off the boat, and I think we're gonna head to our excursion. I think it's called Salsa and Salsa, where we do the salsa dance and learn to make salsa. So let's go. Right now, we are heading over to the place where we make all our salsas and guacamole. By the way, that drink was non-alcoholic, and right here we're actually seasoning the bowl, which was pretty fun. Guys, I definitely love spice, and I'm super immune to it. Yeah.
I will see how Bob and Jim are doing here.
The good thing about this excursion is they serve you lunch, because all the salsa you make, you can try it with food they give you. So we had a grilled cheese, and then we have some, I think, taquitos. When I tell you this ice cream was the best I ever had, I would honestly be lying. Like, this was so incredible. It like tasted straight from the vanilla bean. I don't even know if that makes sense, but it was so good. We are heading back to the ship right now. We are leaving Cozumel, and I think we're going to Belize tomorrow. I think it's Norwegian, their private island, so I think we're gonna have dinner shortly.
You can get sauces with it.
I ended up ordering the plaponio, which I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right, but I'm pretty sure it's just a bunch of different seafood, but fried. So pretty unhealthy, but it tasted pretty good. Then for dessert, I think I also went for another apple pie, which was, again, one of the best ones. We're off to breakfast at the Haven, and you guys might be able to guess what I'm ordering. Yeah, it's another New York strip, which for breakfast, honestly, I think this was the best New York strip I had on the whole trip, and I absolutely devoured it.
I've never seen one orange. Oh, that's beautiful.
We are heading over to kayaking, and if my phone audio sounds weird here, it's because it was in a waterproof container, because I didn't fall in, but there was a chance that I fell in. Why? We're kayaking right now, and yeah. I know that was some great commentary from my past self, but we actually saw a lot of pretty cool and unique birds, and I think some oysters that I don't think I had a single oyster on the trip, but I probably should have. For lunch, we went on a roof. It was right next to a pool, and I ordered the chicken tenders. Yes, it was off the kids' menu, but it was really good, and we saw that cool iguana. We're heading back to the cruise now. We just played some cards.
What
are you gonna have, Jeff?
Oh wait, I should use my small fork. Hot. It's hot.
There was some more stuff. Oh, was it bread?
that good? Yep.
For dessert, I don't even know what this is called, but this cake was like covered in espresso. So there was so much just caffeine in that I was like literally shaking. But after that, we went to the arcade and then went to a Jingle Bell Rock Christmas special. We've arrived. It is the next day, and we are at Honduras, and we're gonna go to the buffet and have some breakfast. The breakfast at the buffet, honestly, it looks good, but it was fine. It wasn't great. Made it to our bus on time. The reason I said that we made it on time is because we thought we were gonna miss the bus because the boat was doing some weird like training, so we couldn't get off the boat for like 6 minutes, but luckily we made it. Right now we are on our way to see some cool animals that Honduras has to
So all
offer.
the ants will come and look for them, alright? So also they actually like to build a specific type of plant. And then gonna try to... Alright, Danny Jr.'s group.
Want to try it? This was my favorite part of the trip just because I like animals, and there were so many cool, unique, and cute animals that Honduras had to offer. And I don't know if I show it here. I think I show a sloth, but we were able to hold a sloth, which was pretty cool. I haven't even seen one. Also, this bridge was very shaky.
Those that are ready.
You can see their airport right behind me. It's right there.
You got it? Oh. And you can get it.
Right now we are heading to the beach. Before that, we actually did ride on ATVs, which if you don't know what it is, it's like a buggy that we rode in mud, which was pretty cool, but they didn't allow videos, which was pretty annoying. And then they charged like $70 for photos, so I don't know, it was a fun experience, but we ate here and it was pretty nice. We're at the beach right now, and we're gonna order some lunch, and then I think we're gonna head back to the cruise after that. Why do you get so scared?
I like this a lot better than the sand stuff.
Yes, I did order chicken tenders again. They're good. What can you say? Here we're heading back to the cruise. We're heading back to the boat, and probably gonna go to the room, and then I don't really know what we're gonna do today. We are back at the Haven restaurant. I think one of the really good perks of being Haven, another perk is besides this restaurant, there's a private hot tub and a private pool area, and also just a private deck. That's pretty nice. This steak, I honestly don't remember how it was. I think it was good, but still not as good as the steak I had for breakfast. And that pork chop was also pretty good. And this is the comedy show on board.
Don't tell me any racist jokes, please. It's so funny. When I first started, everybody talks about is here's what sucks. Ain't nothing worse than you spend all your...
Heading back to the room now. We just went to the comedy show. I was honestly pretty surprised. It was pretty funny. Probably just gonna like watch a movie or something, but see you the next day. We've arrived in Costa Maya, Mexico. This is the last stop of the trip before we head back. This was a really short visit. I think we like got here at 7 a.m. and left at 1 p.m. So all the excursions started at the crack of dawn, which I needed to sleep. We didn't do an excursion, but we went out, saw some dolphins, which was pretty cool. Saw some flamingos, saw these two iguanas just staring at each other, but it was a pretty nice 45 minutes. Another perk of being Haven is you have a special getting on board thing, so rather than waiting with everyone else, you have your own private elevator, and it just is really seamless getting back onto the ship. We just left Mexico, and we are gonna start heading back to New Orleans. So we have one more day, which is tomorrow, and it's just at sea, and then we're back. This show is the $1 Million Quartet, and this is what the Norwegian Getaway is really known for.
I find myself alone when each day's through. Yes, I'll admit.
For dinner, we went to the noodle bar, which surprisingly was complimentary and everything was free. And they actually recommended that we got 2 entrees, so started with the dumplings, and then I had some combination fried rice, and I also had a noodle dish, and then I also finished a little bit of glass noodles, broth, and chicken, which again was good. And then for breakfast, more steak and eggs. I love my steak, which I housed again. We just played some cards on our Haven private area, and I came back to the room and have these like weird chocolates. I don't know. I'm gonna try one. Hopefully they're good. It's actually like pretty hard. I don't know why. It's actually not bad. Pretty good. We're heading back to the port, and we are currently going into a lightning storm right now. It's probably not a big deal, but kind of cool, I guess. For dinner, I started with the pork belly, which it was fine. I honestly thought it would be better. And then I ordered another steak, which the potatoes were good, but my steak, that's my dad's steak, but that steak, it was so overcooked, it was pretty disgusting. We've arrived back in New Orleans, which is where we started, and we're gonna go have breakfast now. Last thing we're gonna do in the cruise. Then we're gonna head off the cruise, but since we're in Haven, I think we can get off the ship in under 3 minutes, which is pretty amazing. But this isn't done, or like this trip, because we're going to a hotel after this and going to stay a couple days here. This was one of the cool things in the room that I just haven't shown yet, but the couch just like perfectly folds into a bed. And I know that every couch bed does that, like that's a thing, but I don't know, just with the sheets in it, I thought it looked pretty cool. We are currently heading to our last breakfast on board, of course, at the Haven Lounge. I just went with the pancakes. It's not amazing, but it's pretty good. And the orange juice was extremely good and freshly squeezed. Here we're getting privately escorted to an elevator, and then we have our own line to get off the cruise, exceptionally fast.
And then sometimes they do classes.
We are now off the cruise, and all we need to do is get our bags, get into an Uber, and then get to our hotel. You probably couldn't hear me there because I don't really like recording in public, but I pretty much just said we're going to the hotel. This hotel is known to be extremely fancy, and the room wasn't ready yet because it was 11 in the morning, so we decided to walk around for a bit, and there was honestly some pretty cool things here. We went to the French Market District. I've never seen a psychic in public, but for some reason here there was just 10 of them. For lunch, we went to a traditional New Orleans restaurant. I ordered the gumbo, and I got some spaghetti and meatballs. For dessert, I had a really nice cookie that was, I honestly think, the best tasting thing on the trip. And then, because it's New Year's, we got cotton candy and little sparkler.
Yeah. She needs to.
Wow. I'm settled into this room, and I think the plan is I'm gonna head down and we're gonna have dinner at the restaurant on the second floor of this hotel. I'm not really sure, but yeah, I'm just like kind of amazed on how like huge this hotel room is, because we're on floor 3 and we were originally scheduled on floor 12 and supposed to be upgraded. Then we got moved down to floor 6 and now floor 3. And we also had to wait 2 hours like for a room to be made. We had to wait longer than that, but I mean, they're like, what they said is your room will be ready shortly. So we waited in the lobby for like 45 minutes. They're like, oh, we'll have someone cleaning your room. So then we went up to the second floor and just pretty much sat there for another hour and a half. And finally, 1 minute before our room was actually supposed to be ready, we got this room. But those are the plans right now. I'm actually editing this video right now, so yeah. For dinner, I had some barbecue chicken wings, which were actually pretty spicy, and then I also tried some of the shepherd's pie, which was both pretty good. To end the day, we put on a movie to go to bed, but I spent most of that time editing. We're gonna do the salsa dance and learn to make salsa. Let's go. I just woke up in our first day in the hotel, and I'm on my balcony right now, and we're gonna go to the zoo right now, so hopefully that'll be fun. Surprisingly enough, this zoo is actually really famous for dinosaurs. They have a lot of like robotic dinosaurs. Here's a band of dinosaurs, and this is the whole exhibit. We just did the dinosaur exhibit, and we're gonna go look at the actual animals right now. We're heading over to the Asian part of the zoo. Here they have all sorts of animals like elephants, monkeys, and we saw a really cool tiger.
Oh my goodness.
That one only looks like it has one leg.
Let's see how this one, like, you're a different angle, you won't see it either.
We're leaving the zoo right now, and I think we're heading to an Airbnb, and maybe gonna have some lunch. We decided to go to the shop right outside the hotel to get some ingredients for lunch. I made myself some mac and cheese and peas, and then after that we played some cards, which I actually won finally. And then we started heading back to the hotel. Luckily, the Airbnb was in walking distance. We just had lunch. It is right now 8 p.m. and I'm currently editing. I haven't had dinner yet, but I think I'm just going to be ordering room service. On the room service menu, I ended up ordering a pizza, which tasted fine. For breakfast the next day, we went down to the hotel restaurant. It was pretty fancy, and we had $40 credit per person, so it was free. So my order came with a side of toast and butter, some orange juice, and potato, scrambled eggs, and ham, which was in it. The first thing we did today was walk over to a local coffee shop called Café de More, and this is a very popular place. Like, this line took 30 minutes, but we finally got in, and I ordered a vignette, which is like a powdered sugar pastry, which I kind of choked on, but it was pretty good.
Do you like it? Yeah?
After that, we started to walk around and explore, and we actually ended up finding where we watched the jazz a couple days ago, and then we took an Uber back to an Airbnb where I had some lunch. After lunch, I made some popcorn in the microwave, and then because it was New Year's, we saw some fireworks outside. And for dinner, I had a pasta with mozzarella and some chicken tenders. And then we saw even more fireworks this time. And then we bought a party popper because it was New Year's Eve, but it was a little disappointing. Go. We're heading back to the hotel now. We just had dinner and had a party. It was getting late, and we didn't want to miss New Year's, but luckily we just made it in time. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's the next day, and we're gonna go head to the airport right now. We're all packed. We then headed to the Uber, but it was a little bit sad because the same day, New Year's at 3 a.m., there was a truck incident where a guy in a truck drove through at least 10 people during a parade, and that was on a street that I was just on, so yeah. We then made our way to our lounge, which I had some breakfast. We then made our way to our gate where we got some unfortunate news. We got delayed 2 hours. Since we got delayed, I decided to have some lunch. Finally, after 2 hours though, we did board, and we were actually first to board. We were first class, so I got tons of footroom, and here's a quick tour, some big chairs, and a nice little armrest. We just arrived on the plane. We then took a monorail to get to baggage claim. Have all our bags and just waiting on the Uber to head home. We were now in the Uber, finally going home. We made it back home and we just ordered dinner. I got some mac and cheese and chicken tenders, but that's where we're going to end this video. Hope you enjoyed, and click here to watch another video.